In the previous episode, we got to the boot up stage, and the goal of this episode is to install the desktop environment. Of course, along the way, we run into millions of problems, but it kinda works out at the end, so I sure hope you enjoyed the video. Jumping in, I start with initializing the keys, updating the firmware, all that by using Arch's package manager called pacman. Ubuntu's equivalent would be apt, and in this point in time I don't even remember what exactly went wrong, but ultimately, as I was trying to fix something, I got rid of the mirror list, and my Arch was unable to authenticate anything. Of course, in my previous video I became god of formatting SD cards and starting over, so that's exactly what I did this time around as well. In this process, something went wrong along the lines of desktop setup. Not really too sure what exactly, but as far as I know, the shit didn't want to boot up, so yeah. So yesterday, as I was setting up the desktop for my Arch Linux, I messed it up for the first time, so I had to make another bootable SD card. And of course I used my laptop for that, and to my surprise, my laptop is not working anymore today. For some reason it says it has no operating system on it, so I probably fucked up my OS by mounting and unmounting shit. Like, I really don't know what happened. It was working perfectly as of yesterday, but it doesn't work anymore. So we have to deal with that now in order for us to proceed with the Arch installation. So yeah, great. I just spent about 2 hours thinking my SD card is broken after all that formatting, but in fact this locking mechanism by the side was sort of halfway through, so you could only read the shit from the card and you were unable to change anything. And yeah, that's what I spent the past 2 hours working on and trying to figure out what is wrong with the card. But in fact this lock was only moved just a bit. The whole point of this series was to experience Arch without any goal in particular, and that's exactly why I was using Pi in the first place. Because I didn't want to fuck up my laptop, but at the same time I don't want my Arch to be on a virtual box, because I really wanted to work on something kind of permanent, which is why I was using Pi. Regarding that, I'll use this lucky accident, if you can even call it that, and go ahead and install Arch on my laptop to play around with it for a little bit. I'm still under the impression, and I have this ghetto setup running, but believe it or not, I actually managed to install this piece of shit. It's actually working. It's unbelievable. It took me it's like 5 a.m. and I had a deal with my friend that will learn Croatian, which is we have a test in like 2 hours since all this quarantine school and all that shit. Jesus fuck, it took me like 7 hours. I'm so fucking tired, man. But I'm so happy as well. Jesus fuck. It took like full 3 days to set this shit up. Insane.